Yes. Right. So now you are conditioning the soil. You are cleaning the soil. Before you start planting. Now you ask a question. Will you say? This is what I'm talking about. Now everything comes together, because when you are conditioning the soil is according to what you're going to plant. Let's say everyone here, these kinds of things very easy in the old days because everyone was planting. Every family, every person knows how to plant. When I say tomato, they know. When I say apple tree, they know. When I say I'm planting flowers, they know. Everything is specific, it's different. No. Tomato plants, you need a different kind of soil. If you're planting wheat, it's a different kind of soil. So, we lost touch a little bit with nature because everyone just buys from supermarket they buy. So they don't understand how much work it takes, how much love and how much care when you put something in the soil, and how much faith you have to have, no? Once you put it there, it's out of your hands. You can only try to prevent. So if you don't do the work before, if you say, I'm not going to till the land, you're just planting it there, the seed is not going to come out. If you don't take care of the weeds there, soil is good, you put manure and everything, the weed's going to choke the plant, it's not going to grow. So now I'm saying, what is it that you are wanting to harvest? This is what you're going to plant. What is it that you want to harvest? Ramadan is a time of harvesting. What is it that you want? And we joke a little bit. They say, so some people is to get married. So many people is just dunya. And with their dunya is very specific what they want to. When it comes to akhirat, it's very general. Oh, as Allah likes. No, it's not. It should be the opposite. With the akhirat, you have to be very specific. Not to say, I want to go to this station in paradise, I want to get this many palaces. No, not specific like that. But specific in saying how I'm going to get the blessings of the akhirat with the dirty condition that I'm in. I have to be specific. This is preparing the soil that I said before that you have to do even before the month of Rajab. This is the tafakkur that we have to do every day. This is what we're busy with the sohbat, with the khutbah, with the talks. Every day that we're having the sohbat, every day that we're having the zikr, every day that you're supposed to think, what have I done for the sake of Allah today? Or am I doing it for my own sake? What is it that I'm doing that my ego doesn't like to do, but I'm forcing it to do? What is it that my ego wants to do and I'm just letting it to do? Now this is according to a person's level that you must answer to yourself. What is it that you want? Now you have to prepare the soil. You have to know what is that soil, how to take things out, how to prepare it. Then you have to know what to plant. Now, well, some people, they say, I just want to be a good servant to Allah. But what does that mean, being a good servant to Allah? So easy for people to say that. But when something comes, first thing they do is complain. When something comes, first thing that they do is to become weak, to have doubt, to say this, to say that. That, all of that, what is that? Our intention is something, but our action is pushing, is killing that intention. That intention there, Allah will reward. But if that intention is not giving good results now, we are going to be punished. Anybody in this dunya say, I only make intention to eat, but if I don't eat, well, it's okay. Anybody does that? Anybody with any dunya that they just make intention, but when it doesn't happen, they say it's okay? No. But when it comes to akhirat, people say, I make intention, I don't need to do it, it's okay, Allah knows my heart. This is wrong understanding, this is not intelligent, this is not being fair, as Allah is saying. It's not being fair, you're not being just. Then you're not understanding, isn't He the best Lord? Isn't He the best Lord? How are you going to build now this ashq to your Lord? That He's providing everything to you? And now, all these things, all the efforts, all the things that we're making is for us to go clean back to Him. Then what happens now? It is His right. He can say, you come to me clean, and then after that I send you to non-existence. Who is going to go against Him? But He's saying, you come to me clean, and I'm going to give you a paradise. And that is going to be the beginning of your journey in Akhirat. It's not the end. It's just the beginning. So now you're going to see, okay, I'm doing so many things. I'm trying to get rid of my bad characteristics. Some people, it's good. Now they understand what the bad characteristics are, but they get stuck there. They get stuck blaming themselves. They get stuck being guilty. They get stuck, and they're not moving forward. But how many times we're saying, if you do something wrong, run to do something right. Run to fix something. You know, you cannot control yourself here. You're saying wrong thing here. Then run to ask for Allah's forgiveness and to try to fix it. So many things that we do that Allah is saying it is very bad. It is not really what we do to Allah. It is what we do to each other. Because Allah is the most forgiving. Allah will forgive. But when we do to each other, we don't forgive each other. On the judgment day, it is us that's going to fight with one another, asking for our rights from one another. You understand? So now how are we going to prepare this soil now before we start planting? What is it that you want now? You're going to plant. You're going to buy the seeds according to the, say, flowers or the vegetables or the fruits that you want to get. What is it that you want to get during Ramadan? What are the fruits of Ramadan? That you have to answer to yourself. And He's going to show you what your level is. Because what is Ramadan supposed to be? What is Ramadan supposed to be? For believers now. I'm not talking what Ramadan is supposed to be for general people or for people who are doing everything correctly, but they're still running after the world or running after the ego. What do believers want from Ramadan? What is the Ramadan giving to the believers? Anybody? What is it that you want from Ramadan? Anyone? No. If you ask me, I'm saying I want Ramadan to be the time where I can free myself from my ego. I get freedom. My spirit will be free. You understand? And I'm going to taste a little bit of what that means now. And for my spirit to be free, now you have to lock your nafs. You have to lock your desires. You have to lock the dunya, and you have to lock shaitan up. Don't worry, Allah will lock shaitan up. But if your ego is trained by shaitan, it doesn't matter if it's locked up. He's already trained someone to succeed him when he's gone. This is what people are not understanding. This is why we need training. This is why you need a guide to tell you person by person, point by point. Look, you're doing this right, but this is your habit. You're always doing this. This is wrong. Are you understanding? No. More no you say, more stubborn you're going to be. We're saying this is a pattern because the ego is not really so original. Everyone's ego is the same. It's only a matter of intensity, small or big. Everyone here, if we're given the chance to be a tyrant, chance to be a Firaun, we'll all be Firauns. You understand? So their way is very predictable. It is the same way, same habit, same routine, same pattern that they have. Now, mankind must sit and understand what that pattern is. Why do I always get upset with this? Why I cannot control myself? Now you start asking why. You understand? Once you start asking why, maybe you know what the problem is. And you're going to see a doctor. Certain things take time. And so many times, the real way of dealing with medicine, people don't eat for medicine anymore. They eat for pleasure, and that's what's destroying them. Then they take medicine as a medicine. In the past, was there any difference? No, the food is a medicine, and medicine is the food. You understand? So now, What is it that you want from the Ramadan now? What is it that you want? What is it that you feel? Maybe you say, in the Ramadan, I just want to feel more peaceful. I don't want all the problems that I have, my tendencies, my ego, my nafs, my desires, that they're attacking me. I want it to stop, just for me to have some peace. That I can feel a little bit of the pleasure ibadat. I can feel the little bit of the pleasure of jamaat. I can feel the little bit of a pleasure of serving and to be happy. And that my happiness is not because of me giving my ego, my desire what it wants. And ask. Now, if you want that, the freedom now, that is the fruit that you want. Now you're going to buy the seeds to plant that. So that means that now you must start from now. At least you're going to sit and you're going to think. This is tafakkur. You're going to think, why I'm doing this? This is the month of Rajab. Why I'm still stuck with this? Astaghfirullah. Why I'm doing this? This is very bad. Even to sit down for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to sit down and to say, why I'm doing this? I'm asking, please help me. I'm still doing this. You're busy with that, you understand? Not to do something wrong and then, I don't care, and then running to do other things. You do something wrong and you run to do other things. No, to sit and to question yourself and to ask. And not to blame anyone, or blaming yourself. And say, why I'm not taking the medicine? Why I'm not taking the sohbat? Why I'm not following properly? Why I'm not asking, what problem? What's my problem? Why I keep doing it? Why he has to remind me all the time? Why I can't? I must try to do it. Now, that time you're cleaning the soil. Then when the holy days and nights come, now you start planting things, because now you started working and you're making all the ibadat, and that ibadat is for what? Now you're not aiming for paradise, you're aiming to clean yourself. You understand? This is what tariqat is. The khutbah is just saying that. You have to clean yourself. We're not praying so that we can get this high position, we can get this palace in the paradise, we can get this much. No. People enter to tariqat, so many of them, they worship just in order for unveiling to happen. But they're not controlling their ego. And Allah is saying, I'm not going to give you nothing. Nothing is going to open for you. And if it opens for you, it will harm you. And will harm other people around you. Because you're still not understanding. Your ego, you're still not understanding. It comes with hundreds and thousands of tricks and traps. And all this ego, it comes out. When does it come out? Usually. It comes out when you're in Jamaat. Okay? When you're living together. This one push this button, this push button, you push this, and now everything starts awakening. And that has to awaken. It has to. Because all that viruses is inside of you now. If it doesn't come out, you're not going to get cure. Come on. Understanding a little bit? Yeah. This is very simple. I'm making it very simple and easy for people to understand. Maybe you think, my problem is just that I just sleep during sohbat. There's a big thing. Now you're going to see what are the problems, what is the scale of that problem. Is it really a big thing? Is it a small thing? Does it involve you and another person's rights, or is it just you and Allah? Is it with your family? Is it with your friends? Is it in this situation, or is it in a different situation? Now you start working and you start accounting to yourself. You start playing back everything. You understand? This is what's going to happen on Judgment Day. They're going to play everything back. This is how we're trying to clean. So, it is easy for us to do because no one here, we have to run after the world. It's coming to our feet. What is it, anyone here, that you're in need of something and is not being provided for you? that we came with nothing, we have nothing, we're not giving anything, and everything is coming to us. You understand? Now, how much more now? They're going to say, thank you. Thank you, Ya Rabbi. Where else am I going to get this? Where else am I going to get this kind of people? Where else am I going to get this kind of mercy that is coming? People will push your buttons here and there, but still, that's normal. So now you start waking up, you look at what is important. You don't look at what is not important, and to make that to become bigger. Tamam? Yes. Now, when you do that kind of tafakkur, your ibadat will mean something. Because your ibadat is for that too. Because now we're trying to become good servants, obedient servants. We're not aiming for nothing else. You cannot be obedient servants if you don't have submission to your Shaykh. You don't have submission to your Shaykh, then understand what the problem is and try to fix it. Go at this angle, it's not working. Go at this angle, it's not working. Go another angle. Go, never stop. You understand?